Hello everybody out there, and welcome to another episode of the Talk That Talk Show with me, Barry Holmes.
Talk that talk!
We are here for the 97th episode. We're coming real live and direct tonight. We got Raf Bania on our Instagram Live. We got that boy Heard on our Instagram Live. You gotta check him out. He's been having some really hilarious memes. And I appreciate his support. He had the beanie on earlier, so definitely check him out. That boy _Heard on Instagram. Shout out to my boy Say, Ishabad Crane, Marissa Ortiz, who's in our Facebook live stream. Like I said, the support that I have for this show is undeniable and it's unsuppressible. I'm telling you guys, we have so many people out there that are continuing to support the show each and every day. And, you know, it's people like you all out there that continue to support me and influence me to do great things with this show and build it to the max that I can, man. Shout out to Frank Lanza. Get some Frank Lanza reps hopefully later tonight. I think you'll love who we're going to have on the show tonight. I'm super excited to say that we're going to have two, not one, but two guests on the show tonight. I specifically didn't want to say anything leading up to this because I wanted it to be a nice surprise for everybody that continues to support this show. And, you know, we got two of my really good friends here that are, you know, I hold dear and true to my heart. And I think you guys are going to really enjoy this show and what they have to offer. Shout out to Uncle Mickey on our Facebook live stream. But first things first, I definitely want to say that I'm really excited that, like I said, as we continue to get closer to our 100th episode on April 9th, I really decided that, you know, I think in my last episode I talked about how I wanted people to think about how they were going to try and invest or how they're going to try and use those Biden bucks that we were going to get, right? But I really decided that, you know, I was going to go all in and invest in myself and invest in this brand with that, you know, extra stimulus that we got. And I'm happy to say that we have put the OG10s into a production. And to celebrate that tonight, leading up to this episode, I put out a $1 raffle for people that have the opportunity leading up to this episode. So we got a nice raffle that we're going to have at the end of the show for one of the pink OG10 long sleeves that we have for our pre-order. And then next week, we're going to do the pre-order for our black short sleeve version of the same shirt. So, you know, I'm just super excited at a lot of the things that we have going. People have been really happy with the pins that we dropped. And, you know, as we continue to go forward with this show and build the merch, I mean, just to say that we're going to have a pop-up store at the 100th episode at Majestic Lanes is the next big step in this the direction of this Talk That Talk show. You know, as things start to open up, you can start to maybe see a couple more pop-ups coming around in your local area too. So I'm just, like I said, I'm putting my heart and my mind and soul into this. Everything I got, and you know, with those Biden bucks, I said I'm going to invest fully in myself, and I think that the merch, you know, we got a professional artist. Shout out to Sam Villarreal. He actually did the artistry for our OG4, which sold out very quickly. So, you know, I envision the same outcome with these OG10s, and I just really wanted to celebrate the fact that we made it to 100, and you know, with the design with me jumping off that. The pedestal that you get at, you know, when you're receiving your trophy. You know, it kind of is like that representation that, you know, I'm jumping out to try and get more. You know, this 100th episode finish isn't just the end to it. You know, we're just going to continue to keep grinding, keep building, and keep giving the people that believe in me a reason to believe. So, you know, thank you everyone that continues to tune in. Before I get into my guest for tonight, I got to thank my sponsors. Big shout out to VW Liquors located in Wick Plaza, Edison, New Jersey. Savion Gaynor over at Skydive Socks. Angelo over at 13 and a Half Clothing Company. My boy Jeff Galata at Air We Are Heating and Air Conditioning and for refrigeration as well too. Also want to give a big shout out to Joe Snow and Maria Antonetti over at New York Life, helping people to get their financial freedom every single day. I definitely got to talk to her and see if I can get this name correctly, because that's going to be my goal by the 100th episode. I'm going to get her last name right, so definitely hit up Maria and Joe Snow over at New York Life. And then finally, my boy Timmy Hugel, he finally has gotten it. He wanted to say my phrase so bad, which is you know the vibes, but he's been spelling it wrong with YKTB. Yes, it's YKTV. I'm sure a lot of people out there that see, I'm constantly hashtagging that. Guys, it means you know the vibes, all right? So you don't have to hit Google anytime now. So if you see YKTV, now you'll know the vibes, all right? But yeah, I definitely want to get into this guest that we have for tonight. He's one of my really big friends that I've had grown up with, and going back to our gym class days, senior year, we had so much fun. And I have so much fun when I get a chance to play some Call of Duty with him on the Xbox. And he's one of our 100 win talliers over in the Warzone. So he's a legend here on this. So definitely, if you guys have your drinks out there, please give a warm, wide welcome from my boy Rese Smith. Man, we got the big blood here on the mic, man. Oh, man. What's up, Reese?
My boy, what's good? How you doing?
Good, man. Yo, I'm so happy to finally have you here on the show,
Yes,
Reese.
sir. Yes,
Yo,
sir.
just how does it feel to be here on the show, bro?
Man, listen, it's a great feeling, man. I can't believe this started from, you guys like, you think I should do this to like where it is now. This is what the people wanted, man.
Yeah, right?
I had to show out.
Oh, man. And we've been trying to have, Reese come here on the show for a long time. And I'm just so happy to have him on here because, like I said, he's somebody that we play Xbox with almost every single day. So for the people out there, that don't know, what is it like to play Xbox with us on an average day, man?
Listen, man, it's very serious, man. We get quality reps.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's no nonsense, we just trying to get wins, man.
That's what it's all about.
Trying to get the dubs, man.
Yeah, and I think that with having that passion for getting wins on Warzone, it's allowed us to have a lot of fun and meet some new people on there. But would you say that this Call of Duty Warzone game that we're playing? Would you say this game is the one that you played the most out of like all the games that you played in your life?
Absolutely, dude. I haven't. It's funny. I remember every time 2K came out, I'm like, all right, got to make my build, got to grind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even really. I'm still like a 89, 87, something
Yeah.
like that. Like, it's not I don't really think about it no more, man. Then even with the Madden, it was like, all right, me and Jeff do with Ultimate Team. Nah, it's like Call of Duty. That's it, man. It's either Resurgence or it's Warzone. That's it.
And I think it was funny because the other day, you talked about 2K, but I think that we had that harsh reality check the other day where Elijah, shout out to Boom Wells, he set up this basketball link up over at Central. But can you talk about kind of like how it is when you step out there and you start to realize, damn, I'm 30 out here playing ball, man.
Listen, man. You know what? It was one play in particular. I went up for a layup, and young kid. I think he came there with Eli.
Yeah.
So he goes up, gives me a little contact. Usually, I'm like, oh, no big deal. And I hit me in the ribs, and I was like, man, I felt that. Man. It's just like, you kind of think to yourself like, I'm 30, but it's not the same, man. Like,
yeah, right. Like
I don't feel old, but it's just not the same, man.
Like I remember the days where we would go, wearing our shorts underneath our jeans and go to the rec center all day playing basketball.
Like warm up.
Yeah, man. And literally the first jump when we were playing, with Eli the other day, I twisted my ankle, man, and I had to go to the tournament the next day, so. I'm over here limping around, and I think my mom's like, "Yo, you look so pitiful. Yeah. You look so pitiful out here, limping around." Yeah, but I think that as we've seen that we can't exactly play at our highest level anymore. No. We gotta try and find some hobbies. So, like, what's one of the hobbies that you've had here now, Reese, since stepping out of playing ball all the time?
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's either the Xbox or hanging out with my kid, man.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not playing Warzone, I'm basically with him, with my wife, pretty much. Just regular stuff, man. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And that's good though, man, because one of the things that we value is family for sure. Absolutely. And you're very family oriented, and you're always making sure that your son comes first. So can you just talk a little bit about where that stems from and why family is so important to you?
not to get, too crazy or, deep in anything. When I, as I got older, me and my dad didn't really, see eye to eye, you know what I'm saying? There was a point in time he wasn't in my life. I just didn't want to be that to my son, you know what I'm saying? So I always said if I had a kid, I'd always be there, no matter what, you know what I mean? So it just, for me, everything I do for him, all my decisions, then waking up at 4 in the morning, driving an hour to work. It's all for him, man. I just want to be the best father I can be, man. I really don't have it figured out, I promise you. But I just day by day, I'm just, I'm learning him. It's a great feeling, man. It really is.
And then I see the joy that comes off your face as you talk about being a father, man.
Yeah, man.
So, like, is there any type of advice that you can give to any maybe young fathers out there that, trying to figure it out like you are on this path?
Man, you just gotta be there, man. That's really all I can say. You gotta be there. It's a 24/7 thing. It's not a part time where you just there every now and then, or you drop a jewel or something every now. It's not that, man. Consistency, man.
Yeah,
that's it, bro. That's it.
And that's, I think, the biggest thing is that you talk about is just being there, because as I was working in a nonprofit previously, I could tell just how that affected a lot of kids' lives by not having their father in there. So to see you stepping up in such a large way and leading by example, it gives hope to everybody else out there that you can be not only a good father but a great father.
Great father. Shout out to my boy Antoine, man.
Yes, shout out to Antoine Jefferson.
Yep. Great father, man. Do anything for his kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Great father.
And I think one of the things that I was helpful to, or how can I say, appreciative that my father had did was that he kind of really pushed on sports onto me, and the value of being in sports. Just how important do you feel that sports are, and is that something that you've been pushing on your son as well too?
I definitely feel sports is important. I just don't want to be that dad that tries to push my dreams or whatever I was trying to accomplish on him. I feel like if you want to go out and be the next best Tiger Woods, let's get it done. I'll push you. I'll help you do that. It doesn't have to be, you're going to be a football player. You're going to be the next LeBron.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, I'm with that, man. But, I definitely think sports is important, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest sports we talked about earlier is the basketball. And I'm a huge Knicks fan. And, for those people that don't know, he's a huge Bulls fan. But I think one of the conversations that's heated up a lot is the fact of this MVP talk right now. So, based off of your first impressions of, how this league's gone, who would you say is your front runner right now for being an MVP in this league?
I'm going to be completely honest. I was going to roll with Joel Embiid.
Oh, man.
He's definitely stepped it up in a major way. Very, very good player. I was rolling with LeBron, but, LeBron, I think he won it like 4 times already.
Yeah. It's like,
but based off of overall play and everything, I think Embiid is definitely the front runner for me, at least.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And I think that hopefully he comes back healthy, because I know he had a little bit of the injury concerns, but with him playing at the level that he is, that Sixers team is the number 1 seed and one of the teams that we think that can compare to Brooklyn.
They are. I wouldn't say unstoppable, but they are very scary with a healthy Embiid.
Yeah,
very scary.
And then when you have Tobias Harris that's stepping up and he's screaming, "I'm an all-star," and you got a motivated guy that feels like he's got a chip on his shoulder, especially in a town that embodies a chip on your shoulder in Philadelphia. I think that combination is going to be tough. But, if I had to take my MVP pick, and you have to look at it, James Harden, since he's come to the Brooklyn Nets, he has done amazing things for that team. And, I think they've played with a cohesion that we didn't see initially before him coming there. So, I think that, if I had to give my MVP up there, James Harden's been dropping triple doubles left and right as well too. And, he's been one of the most underrated durable guys, to consistently play games, the guy showed up this year overweight, out of shape, still dropping triple doubles, man.
I was looking at him like, why is he looking like that on the practice court?
Yeah, man. I was like, if that's what he looked like, I could go out there and play for the Rockets,
10 shirts on or something.
He looking like he was an LA Fitness guy, man.
It all screamed, trade me.
But I think that we talk about the MVP race is definitely something that heats up.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we talk about as well too that you're a huge fan of, and that's football, right?
Yes,
so we saw that my Chiefs lost. We saw that Tampa Bay won, and the success that Tom Brady's had. What do you think the chances are that Tampa Bay can run the tables again?
I don't think they can do it again.
Yeah.
Me personally, and this is just my opinion again, I don't want anybody to get offended. Like I said, it was rigged or anything. But you got to look at the storyline. Brady leaves the Patriots, then it becomes, can he lead Tampa to a championship? You know what I mean? And then you look at it too, man. You guys were down 2 starting linemen. You know what I'm saying? The refs were a little flag happy.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs didn't come to play. I honestly had them picked to kind of blow the Buccaneers out, but he won it. You got to respect him. Hopefully they don't run it back. I don't think they will, but hopefully they don't.
And we see that they spent a lot of money in trying to retain him and Gronkowski. But, what we've seen is that the Chiefs have restructured some of their deals to try and, add some pieces. And, to some people's dismay, they cut Eric Fisher and, I think Mitchell Schwartz, which is people that have defended Pat Mahomes for so long. But, you have injury-prone guys and, they saw that they didn't hold up their end of the bargain.
You got to let them go.
Exactly. And hopefully we can allocate some of that funds to get him some protection.
Yeah, definitely, man, because that was bad.
Yeah. I mean, the guy was practically horizontal, and still completing or should have been completing passes.
But it blew me away how he's falling and getting tackled. He's still throwing, 30, 40-yard passes.
On the money. On the money.
It was crazy.
And it's just hitting him in the face mask.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on, man. You guys gotta catch some passes out here, man.
Exactly.
But I think that one of the things that we talked a little bit about before too is the fact that just how much you have supported this show and just how much you have been a loyal listener to this show. So from when you first started out, like you said before, with this just being idea, what have you seen has been the growth with this show, from you as a viewing standpoint?
Oh, man, just the content, man. Mm-hmm. It went from, you got to think about it. It went from, just a sports kind of thing. You giving the rundown on basically what's going on in the league and stuff like that, to you talking about everyday issues that people face. What I mean? You talking about racism. You talking about everything that's going on in the world. That's how it's evolved. You know what I mean? So. You can't help but to watch the show. It's real, it's raw, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. Like I said, I watch it. I cop the merch.
Look, he's got the original OG form, man. Come on.
I mean, this guy, to the point, like I said, we were just talking, like, my wife literally was like, you can't buy no more shirts. That's it. You gotta chill out, all right? You got, I think I had 6 or 7 of them. And I got the hoodie plus the hat.
So let's ask you this. Out of all the OG merch that you got, what would you say is your top 3? Top 3 OGs.
Top 3. We're going to go definitely this one.
Okay, the OG 4 at the top. All right.
We're going to go OG 2.
Okay, the black.
And then, you know what, man? I'm going to go with the classic. We got to go with the white one, man.
Ooh, the OG 1. Yeah.
You have to, man.
I tell you what, that has a, it has a special place in my heart, man, because I remember, like I said, I was starting out and I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do and if I wanted to go all in, but again, you just got to put your best foot forward and jump all in, and, when you believe in yourself, you don't know what can happen,
Absolutely.
And I think that, with me talking about some of my dreams and aspirations of, trying to build this podcast, I think it's only right to extend that same opportunity to you. So, what are some of your dreams and aspirations that you have coming up?
Man, my dreams, man, just to provide a better life for my family, man. Mm-hmm. We finally, we're in a spot where we can really make some things happen. I'm very excited about it, man. This move that's coming up soon, I just, I'm very excited. Very excited. That's honestly my biggest dream, man. I just want to make sure my son is okay, taken care of, you know what I'm saying? Just the regular stuff, man.
Hey, it may sound regular, but at the end of the day, for some people, it's not regular, So just the fact that, that's the highest priority for you, it speaks to your character, man. And, it's definitely something that's not only commendable, but it's something to look up to as well too. So everybody out there, this is why Rese is the legend out here. I gotta actually talk about some comments that we had here. My boy Say is slicing up. He's like, "What are we?" And Carl's like, "What are we talking about? Plays that didn't happen?" Yes, we know they didn't happen. We know they were incompletes, but still. Your quarterback, Danny Dimes and Aaron Rodgers, they ain't doing that, feet, you know. But
Say always playing, man. Yo, shout out to my boy Say though, man.
Yeah,
Say is the GOAT.
We do love Say, man. He's got some dope stuff over there at Skydive Sox. But like him, I am a huge Knicks fan, so from seeing what the Knicks have done, early to start. Do you feel like this Knicks team is real, Rese?
Oh, they're listen, man. When the season started, I really honestly I didn't think y'all were gonna do anything. I'm just like, all right, same Knicks team. They're playing very good basketball. I do think that Randall play was a travel. He didn't think it was.
Nah, it definitely was a travel.
But no, in all seriousness, they're definitely playing some good ball this year. Mm-hmm. Definitely. I don't know what's going on with my Bulls, but it is what it is, man.
But I tell you what, I think that Zach LaVine is somebody he's an absolute animal, man.
Absolutely.
And I think if they're able to keep him in Chicago, man, keep that boy in Chicago.
Yeah, they just got to learn to build around him, man. That was the problem we had with, Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butler. They just didn't really know how to build around these players, you know what I mean? You bring in, aging Dwayne Wade and Rondo, it doesn't really, help anything.
Nah, yeah. I think they're still trying to recover from, the Derrick Rose that we thought we were going to get for a lot longer, But, we have him as the Knicks, and, I think that, again, like, he hasn't been playing the last couple of games, but, he's assumed his role well, and I think that, a lot of times aging players have that tough time assuming that role, so the fact that he was able to do that and kind of sink in with the Knicks back to was like 2 or 3 years ago, I think that it speaks well to those character guys that you need in the locker room.
That other guy is playing well. I can't remember Frank.
Frank Ntilikina.
Yeah, he's actually playing well.
Against Orlando last night.
Yeah.
He was making some big 3-point shots and just having the confidence to take him. I think that somebody made a comment on that game, but it's like this is the confident Frank Ntilikina that we looking for, we thought we were going to see because
I know a lot of people were writing him off like, he's not good, he's not it. But he's definitely showing up this year. Absolutely.
But and you know what I think that also speaks to Rese is the Tom Thibodeau doghouse. Yeah. When you sit, you should know, from Chicago, yes, when you've been sitting out X amount of games, getting that many DNPs, when you get out there, you're gonna ball. You know what I'm saying? Because you get tired of eating the pine, dog.
Yeah.
But man, I think it's it's been great to have you as a guest on this show, Rese, and I think that we definitely are gonna try and have you again on a quick turnaround on the 100th episode. But one of the things that we do like to do here on the Talk That Talk show is we like to do a beer review. And we might be getting into the another review as well too to go along with this. So first things first, let's get into the beer review. Shout out to VW Liquors, my boy Tim Ratty over there at VW, and who's the other person? Gabe Azzarello. They actually hooked this up for me for I think this was for either Christmas or 100th episode. And I just had never gotten around to opening this up.
Brooklyn Black Ops.
All right, so we about to try some real official shit here, man. So this beer is called Brooklyn Black Ops, and this is 100% bottle re-fermented, 12.2% alcohol, and it's a bourbon barrel beer, I think. So,
B.
Yeah, so you ready to try this, man? You sure this doesn't scare you, man?
Nah, not at all.
All right, so dope. We're gonna put this in here for you. But what have you ever from the beer reviews that we've had on the show, have you ventured to try some of them or?
I haven't. I drink, but not a lot.
Yeah.
It's got to be like a mood kind of thing for me, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
And I understand that for sure because a lot of times, like you said, people are situational drinkers, right?
They
like to have it under certain circumstances. So, I definitely thought that, for such a special episode to have, Big Rese here on the show, we had to make sure that we got this on here, right? All right, so here we go. We're going to try out this Brooklyn Black Ops. Big shout out to my boy Rese who's come here on the show and absolutely rocking it out, man. Oh, man. So here, cheers up.
Yes, sir.
And let's see how this beer review is.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Black Ops.
That.
Woo!
That's smooth.
Making faces.
That I might have to actually see if I can get that.
No, they actually sell it at VW Liquors, located in Wick Plaza, Edison, New Jersey. Yo, the marketing, it just doesn't stop, guys. It doesn't stop. But no, like you said, it's definitely a smooth beer. For something that's at 12.2%, man. You definitely can tell it on the aftertaste a little bit, man. Oh, man. My boy Ishabad Crane says glug, glug, glug. And Theo says Black Ops. Yeah, it's Black Ops, but, definitely has that grenade punch type taste to it, man. Hits you right in the face. But another thing that we've been asked for, I think it was actually by Carl on a previous episode before, but we were talking about how people are interested in a food review, right? So we're talking about they want to try out some new food. So, Barry, you're always making the beer suggestions. We want to try out a different suggestion of food. So, for you today, Rese, you get to participate in the first ever food review in That Talk Show history, man. How does it feel, man?
That feels good, bro.
So,
supporting another brother.
Yeah, so, for the people out there that don't know, our boy Peter Dunn has his own, Birria taco business along with his girlfriend Jasmine. And they're absolutely tearing up the scene, this food scene. They're getting orders out the wazoo. I helped him move in a couch. He must have had about 7 or 8 different orders getting picked up. I was like, you better have my Peter tacos, man. I hope he's got some tacos ready for me, man. So
it's crazy. I didn't even try it yet, man. So I'm excited, man.
Hey, so we're going to get an honest taco review here of the tacos that we have called, Birria Taco by Pete. He's going to try and bring them out here real soon. Yep. But, I'm just super excited to take that next step and do this food review with you, Rese.
Yeah,
are tacos something that you normally eat, or is that something that you don't normally eat often?
Tacos on a late night, might catch me on a Taco Bell run.
Well, make no mistakes. This is no Taco Bell. And whoa, man. Now this is what I'm talking about some tacos, man. Woo, man.
All right.
So what we have here in front of you guys here is a birria taco. For the viewers out there, we can see here. This taco has a lot of meat, guys. And when you look at the shell here, look at that. It almost reminds you a little bit of like a chalupa.
Absolutely.
But all of the meat and everything is just super fresh. So, together we're going to have to try this together.
Yes,
all right, Rese, let's see what this is like. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That's some good stuff right there.
I know Carl's been waiting for me to have something that I don't like. Well, that day is not going to happen today. Because these tacos are phenomenal.
Listen, man. These are good.
I'll tell you what. I think it's like a matter of all like the fresh ingredients. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting a lot of the like the cilantro that I think he put in there.
You get a lot of them tacos, man. Meat's not cooked right. You know what I'm saying? The shell is like it's either it's like hard or whatever. This is good, man.
Oh yeah.
Sauce is good too.
Oh yeah. This again, guys. We have this special sauce. Hopefully, maybe the next guest that we'll have here on the show can give us a little bit more about what makes these tacos go. You know what I'm saying? But off the rip, man, first impressions, whew, I can't wait till the show's over so I can slam all these tacos, man. But if you had to give these tacos a 1 to 10, Rese, what would you give this taco right now?
We're going all the way to 10, baby.
Oh, all the way to 10?
We're going all the way to 10, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good taco right there.
I think I must agree here. It has to be a 10 all the way.
Absolutely.
Just super fresh. The dip, like you said, is just so underrated as well, too. And if I'm not mistaken, there's chopped up onions in here, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah,
we're going to get a napkin here.
Yes.
Right?
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, first things first, if you guys want to try out these tacos, you can hit up Peter directly. All right, Peter Dunn directly. He's doing some orders for at Birria Taco, Birria Bandits. Look him up on Instagram. But like I said, man, if I had to give this a 1 out of 10, I gotta give it a 10.
Yeah.
And when I thought about what I wanted to do for the first, review of food, I didn't want to just go tasty sub or something that we've already had.
Right.
You gotta support local businesses, and I think that having Pete as somebody that's trying to make his own thing as well too, you gotta highlight that and you gotta love that, man. So again, shout out to Birria Bandits Tacos. These tacos are absolutely fire. Hit him up, and I'm sure he'll be able to get you your order in. I know that he does pickups and delivery, so guys, do not sleep on these tacos. These are absolutely fire, man.
Yes, sir.
And, like I said, I definitely want to give a huge, big round of applause to my boy Rese, who absolutely killed it on the show. Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
If you have anything to tell the people in closing, any type of advice or, anything that you want to tell them about, let them know right now on the mic here, Rese.
Listen, man. Just anything you want to do in life, man, you gotta work for it.
That's right.
Like you did with this show. You took it from, the ground level to where it is now, man. You gotta dream, push for it. That's it, man. Don't quit on it. Don't give up. Just keep going forward. That's it, man.
Facts. And
that's all you gotta do.
I think one of the things that you've shown through us, through this one episode is just how important your family is and just how dedicated that you are to being a father and not just a good father, but a great father.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Savion, too, man.
Yeah, shout out to Savion as well, who's another great father out there who does anything and everything for his son. So that's what we're all about, man. And hopefully, if it ever comes to that point where I might take that step, I can look to you and and Antoine and all those people out there that have done it, to look for the advice as well too, man.
Yes,
so once again, thank you so much, Rese.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
Let's hope his Bulls can get a little bit of good luck so we can get some wins for him in the win column for you.
I hope so.
But thank you so much, Rese. And we're gonna have you come over here on this side and you bring your tacos.
Yes, sir.
Give it over here. Alright. But thank you so much, guys. To have a guest like Rese on the show it's 1 in a million, man. I'm so happy. We definitely wanted to make sure that happened before the 100th episode so that certain people would be eligible for the 100th episode party. I promise you guys, you're not going to want to miss this 100th episode party at Majestic Lanes. We're going to be bowling, drinking beer towers, having a good time. You just got to make sure you show up, all right? I'm telling you. But, without further ado, I did promise you guys 2 guests on this show, so I think I might have given you a hint as to who it is based off of our food review. But everyone, please give a big, warm round of applause to my good friend, my right-hand man, grew up with him from a long time. Please give it up for Peter Dunn! Peter Dunn! Oh man, there's your mic right here.
Right on.
We've been told to give out the disclaimer: no heme holding. No heme holding. But Pete, for everybody out there that doesn't know who you are, can you tell a little bit about who's Peter Dunn here?
Oh man, such a crazy question there. Yeah, I'm just myself, bro.
Dope, man.
Nah, I ain't good. I'm just myself, dog. Born and raised in Jersey, man, and growing up with a good group of guys, man, who kept me out of trouble. You know, shout out to.
He said, "No heave holding feet."
Dan Heems, you certainly got the reputation on this show, man. Sorry, you gotta shake that though. But nah, man, I'm known as the kid that went out west for school amongst the group. You know, Dutch took that up another level, going international on us. So,
Yep.
You know, shout out to Dutch out there overseas and everything like
sir.
that. You know, shout out to those in our armed forces and everything, keeping us safe. But yeah, man, I'm just the quiet one of the group. You know, you see Barry, Jeffrey. I'm somewhere in the cut, just quiet.
That's right. Hey, and you know what? Peter's definitely been someone who's making big moves and is always talking about trying to advance yourself and doing the self investment and taking those things to take the next steps in your life. So can you just talk a little bit about where that motivation comes from to continue to try and strive and get better?
Oh man, I mean, there's plenty of things out there motivating me today. I mean, I'm the oldest, so I have one younger brother. Most of y'all know him, Jordan. I got to be a good example for him. Also, it's just I like nice things. So to keep up with the lifestyle that I look to live, that I aspire to live. You got to work hard. Don't want to be homeless. It's crazy as that sounds. Man. I always want to have a roof over my head, clothes on my back, and food on the table. So I'll do whatever I have to do to make that happen. Whether it's selling hats, selling shoes, selling tacos. If it makes money.
It makes sense.
Exactly.
If it makes money, it makes sense. But, one of the things that, you did allude to is the fact that, we kind of been entrepreneurs with this and selling what we need to make ends meet.
Right.
And what we've seen is you've produced this great product of the Birria taco. So can you talk a little bit about, this taco, where you kind of got your influences from it and, what are you looking at it to do with it now?
Yeah, so I remember I was living in East Brunswick at the time. And I was just sitting around, I just got laid off from work, and I was kind of thinking to myself, what can I do to keep myself busy, just to get through the days. And I was on Twitter, and I stumbled across Birria tacos. And me being, the Mexican food connoisseur that I am, I was just like, I need to have those, like, where can I get those? And I mean, it's out here, the East Coast and West Coast. When it comes to Mexican food, it's really night and day. Out west, it's everywhere. Out here, you really got to search high and low for it. And so, I mean, I couldn't find it. I was just like, let me make it. So it started in May of like 2020. I started making it, made it on Cinco de Mayo for the first time. And then I made a couple more batches. Shout out to Suni the barber.
Ooh,
he definitely supported me in my early days. Big shouts to him. Shout out to my homegirl Meredith. Shout out to Theo, shout out to Abe, shout out to everybody who's been supporting me along the way because, everything, it's just been going up. Shout out to Ace, I had the opportunity to cater for his job and, I was very humbled, but I felt like there was more to be desired. So if you guys are ever hungry on Route 22 Honda, let me get that second shot. I won't disappoint, man. But,
man.
But yeah, no, it just, like I said, I was just sitting home one day, and then my girlfriend had motivated me too. Shout out to Jasmine Chang. She's a very big piece. She's kind of like the battery in my back right now with all this. I remember one day I had to go to work, and she kind of had to take on some more orders. So she basically took the business that I created and elevated it. So it's like, hey, I'll bring you on as a partner, and we in this together. So it's been nothing but love. Like I said, shout out to all the supporters because I'm grateful for everybody that places an order with Birria Bandits.
Yes, you got the merch too. I might have to do a swap, man. I gotta see if I get one of those.
I'm very humble, very thankful, and grateful for everybody that gives me an opportunity because I just want to show you what I got and what I can do. So. If it's not tacos, I got sneakers, I got hats, I got clothes, I got everything. So just come shop.
And you know what? Like you said, man, it speaks to just the work ethic that you've commanded, over some time now, to where you expand into tacos and hats and sneakers. And one of the things that we talked about, when I helped you move the other day, is just the amount of support and how sometimes, some of the things that we ask from people, it doesn't actually get done sometimes. And one of the numbers that I think I had brought up to you was the fact that I had made a post, not too long ago that's, pretty much displayed everything that you can do to support a small business without spending a dime, right? And one of the things that I posted on there was the link to the Instagram page for my link. And, out of the 230 some people that watched that story, only one person went to the link and followed it. Shout out to my boy Sergio. He actually went out and did what we asked him to do. So, from your standpoint as now a small business owner of your own, can you talk about, just how important it is to try and not just get that support from those people, but also to continue to go past when you're not exactly getting that full support as well too.
Yeah, I mean it's very important. All support matters. Because you never know who's gonna see what. I remember back in the day, Instagram used to have a feature on who could see who likes what. And that's simple, just like my post. Takes 2 seconds to do, but that can transpire into something bigger, where Barry liked the post and Jeffrey then saw it and he's now viewing the post and he likes it, and then that taps into a whole another audience, that he has, and support is very big. I'm grateful for the organic support, the support that just comes from out of the blue, whether it be off of a hashtag or off of the back of just word of mouth. Support is very big. It comes in many ways. I mean, I'm all about the free support. I won't ever ask anybody, hey, buy my stuff or anything like that. I believe that a good product sells itself. And that's why I do things like this, where I'll come on the show and I'll give Barry, some tacos, and even if he didn't have to pay me for them, but it's just the opportunity of like, hey, I'm getting exposure and this is support from Barry. It didn't have to be monetary or anything like that. So I feel like that's what people get very confused. Is support also always has to be monetary. It doesn't.
Facts.
And like you said in that post, these are ways that people can support without having to break bread. And I mean, I understand we're in a pandemic. Money's tight, but word of mouth is probably the second most popular form of marketing out there.
Facts.
You say, hey, like I put Barry on the Hat Club.
Yes, he did. Him and Say they were on me. They was like, yo, you gotta get the Hat Club hats, man. You gotta get the Hat Club hats.
And to just basically bring that around is basically saying, well, I'm basically getting at the fact that it was just word of mouth. Hat Club, I don't get no money from Hat Club. I spend a lot of money there.
Oh yeah, trust me, it's maybe more than we should.
But it's the word of mouth marketing, that really gets to people, and I feel like that leads to more sales and stuff like that, versus you just trying to hit somebody with a billion links and buy this, or just do this. So I'm all for organic marketing.
Yes, and I think that's the key word, Pete, is organic, because I think as I've also grown this podcast, and I also have saved some of those messages, but you get some of them from people that say, hey, I do this online marketing, pay X amount of dollars and you'll get this likes, and you'll get these subscribers, and I've prided myself on not accepting any of that and just trying to build this organically. And I think that with you speaking to just the importance of that, it kind of adds to the value of not only our brand but just the type of product. I think one of the biggest things that you had said is that a good product sells itself, So I think that, for us to continuously grind and to try and make these products, to see, how you can make these tacos better, or even how you can make your own merch better, I think that that's a continuous mentality that isn't not only innate, but it's something that we work towards getting as well, too. So, I think that, with you doing that, it had to have come from some place, right? So, when you talk about, just that influence of, continuing to get better, has there been any type of influences in your life that's kind of put that on you?
Yeah, my grandfather actually. My grandfather is someone who immigrated to this country way back in the day. Don't know exactly. Don't want to make him sound too old, but no, my grandfather, he has that immigrant mentality. Roll up your sleeves, work hard. Just work hard and get it done. And I mean, he's always told me, if you're gonna do something in life, give it 110%. And because that extra 10% will, eventually pay off and lead to greater successes. And that's my guy. If I need anything, whether it be wisdom, because he got 70 years under his belt.
God bless.
So it's just like he's been through a lot, seen a lot. So if I'm gonna get some advice from somebody who's been there, done that, it's most likely him. And yeah, that's like my motivating factor, because I want to show him that, hey, it's the hustlers in the family didn't just stop with you. You know, it keeps going and it will keep going. And you know, I too want to be a millionaire like he claims. One day. So, you know, I never know. I never question him. You know, I just took it at face value. Like, all right, Grandpa, you got it, man. But yeah, man, that's the motivating factor. And I mean, also, you know, like I said before, with the taco business, my girlfriend, you know, she motivates me to do better because you know I see how she's going about things and how she goes out and gets it. And you know, yeah, it's just like, dang, I don't want to be the only one not hustling this hard.
Right,
so
right.
It's just like, yeah, I gotta hustle too.
Hey, but that's good though, especially to have people that not only, you know, because sometimes you can be in those situations and relations that can be toxic where it brings you down. So to be in such a positive one that you can not only build yourself up, build your relationship, but build a brand with it. I mean, come on, man, you hitting all three out of the park there, man. But one of the things you talked about is you like nice things. We alluded to it. You put me on in the hat club. Him and Say with some of the influences of getting me. You know, I always liked hats, but, you know, it was stepping into the exclusive hat business, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
sir.
for those people that don't know out there, I got on the Black Ice Mets hat. What do you got? I know what you got on, but what you got on over there, Peter?
Man,
Why is that a hat you chose to wear tonight, man?
Well, let's take a look at Barry's hat real quick. You know, it is a Black Ice Mets hat. It's very, very nice.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Look at the artistry, the threads. It's very
man.
fine craftsmanship there, ladies and gentlemen.
With the blue underbrim there.
Yes, sir. Very icy. I feel a little
Yes,
cold
yes.
myself right now.
Yes.
But no, I just chose this hat because you know Barry told me, you know, you're going on the show today, and to make a you know, bring out something good. Lately I've been selling a lot of hats. I've had plenty of hats. You go through my camera roll, see all these crazy hats that I've had. But this one's probably one of my favorites because it's different. You know, yeah, you have the red Yankee out there. You have like the orange. You have all different shades. But do you really have an infrared Yankee?
Yeah, that fluorescent color is just pops, man. I wish they could. If you could see it in person, guys, it just pops so well with the Birria Bandits taco shirt as well
Shout
too,
out to my
man.
boy Joey Cal holding it down out in Florida, man. Stay
Yo,
free out there.
He said your tacos look great, yo. Joe, I wish you could try this taco right here, man. This is good, man. I wish I could send them out to you.
But Joe's out there in the West Coast, man. He's like, well, Western United States, if we're gonna be technical about it. But nah, Vegas has some good Mexican places. I'll definitely shoot you over some recommendations. You know the vibes.
Yes, sir. Now, did you bring any other hats with you, Pete, to show off here?
Yes.
Ooh.
So I do have a couple hats I'd like to show off. Barry, this is your show. I think you should go first.
All right, let's go first. I'll go first. You pass me by the computer there. Thank you. So, in honor of Pete inspired me with the hat that he had on today. He had his infrared J-Tips hat, and when Hat Club dropped it, I was like, yo, that hat is fire. Even for a Met fan as me, I was like, that hat is fire. So, J-Tips, he actually dropped one not too long ago off the online website where he had a green Mets hat with the lavender bottom. I lost. I mean, I lost. I tried hard,
Damn bots.
but I lost. The bots got us. But one of the hats that was comparable to this, you know, hat that Pete had here that I was really happy that Hat Club gave us the opportunity at was the frozen tangerine Mets hat with the icy blue underbrim as well too. So, you know, what's your thoughts on this one, Pete?
Good patch. That's a great hat right there. I like the orange and the blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a fire one.
2000 World Series patch, yes sir.
You know what happened in that 2000 World Series for all my
Ah, your Yankees got it. It's a good patch. It's a good patch.
Moving right along.
Right, yeah. So what you got on you? What you got, Pete? What else you got here,
All right,
man?
let's dig into the bag here.
Oh man, Pete went into the vault, guys. He went to the
So
vault.
I have a fan favorite amongst Hat Club followers. You know, I have the this here mountains here.
Ooh.
We have a Colorado Rocky.
Ooh.
Anniversary pink brim hat.
Ooh.
Stupid tough,
For the
guys.
OG collection of Hat Club.
Yes.
This hat right here helped start the hype.
Yes.
This one, the Anaheim Angels. I sorry to cut you off.
No, you're right. You're right.
I'm just the one thing I don't like doing that I have to is selling these hats, man.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I hate seeing them go. Like I love when they come in, you know, waiting at the door for the USPS man to show up, and you get that hat, and it's just another thing to see them go.
But no, and it's funny that you said that, Pete, because you're one of the first people that told me about this, you know, rise in hype of the, you know, the Rockies hat. So can you explain to the other people out there, you know, what this kind of hat represents and, you know, where it's kind of put the hat industry right now?
Yeah, so this hat right here, this logo specifically is actually the batting practice logo for the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah,
and it's really something different. A lot of people had just, I mean, the black and the purple, any Rockies hat, you know, I remember back in the day, the Rockies hat with the Aqua 8s was a very popular combination.
Yep.
You know, and the Rockies hat itself, you know, that black and purple with the silver outline is very clean. Mm-hmm. And then to just do this with the 25th anniversary patch and the pink bottom, you know, I mean, anybody that likes hats, you know, you see this hat on anywhere, I'm pretty sure you're gonna stop, stare, and be like, "Yo, when did that come out?" Like,
yeah, right.
You know, so I feel like that. I mean, shout out to Just over at Hat Club. I mean, he really changed the game when he dropped this one, the St. Louis Cardinals one in red, the Anaheim Angels one as well. He dropped like 3 hats that day, and they all sold out. Lines wrapping around the corner. I mean, it's a really new trend, man.
Hey, I tell you what, when they say that the sneaker game is the hat game is the new sneaker game, they're not too far off by saying that, right? Mm-hmm. But I think one of the hats that I definitely wanted to bring out here is the Mets spring training. Like it's got the Florida stamp tag patch here to commemorate the 2021 spring training. We got a gray visor here, you know, nothing too fancy, classic. So, you know, I definitely like this one. I would have wished that the Batterman was a little stitched in. I'm a fan of the stitched in rather than the raised, but overall, very good hat, man. What's your thoughts on this one, man?
No, I like the Mets logo on that. You know, it's different from the typical NY. Mm-hmm. It's a very clean spring training hat. I mean, you can't go wrong with the black. I mean, the blue and the orange. Like, you know, the Knicks colorway. I always found it to be a very clean colorway when paired together. It's just something I can't wear.
Complementary colors, guys. Do you remember that in elementary school, right? Complementary colors. What you got in the bag now, Speed? Right. What you got? What you got there?
Don't kill me here, man. I know I came to an NL East hat.
No.
But as far as it goes when it comes to hats, though.
Woo! Wow. That shit is hard, man.
Damn. 96 All-Star Game patch hat.
Yes.
With the blue underbottom.
Guys, that is fire. And I'm not a Phillies fan, man, but when you talk about the combination with that blue, with the patch and the blue underbrim to that, you know, I think a lot of times we think Phillies, we think the red Phillies hat, you know, or it goes with what's the other one that came out, the P, I know, or the maroon as well too. So to see that color combination, that's fire, man. That's fire. I'll get out of 10 out of 10, man. I got to. But I'm gonna finish off this hat battle, right? I got one last hat. Hopefully this will resuscitate because Pete's been knocking me out the park here. But I'm going to have to pull out the Sweethearts Mets hat. Pink underbrim here. This is my favorite part right here. The 50th anniversary patch. It's big. It's nice. It has the pink accents with the patch too. This is one of my favorite collections that came out. I think a lot of people slept on this one, Pete.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, a lot of people also they managed to catch the first OG Valentine's release that, Hat Club re-releases a lot of things. Yeah,
we've seen that recently, right? With the pinky, the Mets pinky.
They had the pre-order, and then they had the shock drop, and I guess around that time, you know, people scooped that up like they always do. Yeah. And then they came out for that. I actually missed that drop. I was pretty disappointed. Yeah, because there's a couple of gems up in that piece, but for my third hat.
Ooh, what is Pete gonna do to close the show? How's Pete gonna close the show?
Once again. Don't kill me, Holmes.
oh man, my man's got the
blue
Cardinals. Oh my god.
St. Louis Cardinals hat with the 1960 World Series patch and the blue underbottom.
Oh man, that's tough, man. That is tough. And you know, we're starting to see them try and re-release that exact Cardinals logo. So I'm starting to see what you're talking about with these re-releases, Pete. But, you know, explain what it means to, like, you know, just to score one of these exclusive hat drops. Because for those that don't know how exclusive it is and how hard it is, can you tell them how hard it is, really?
Man, you definitely need to have some serious Wi-Fi.
5G, right?
You have to be in an area where you have excellent service too, because man, oh man, these hat drops are like sneaker drops. Really, they really are.
Like today.
You know, when you get a hat, the just the feeling of scoring it. You know, it's almost the same as getting sneakers. Really,
Yeah.
Like, that's that same satisfaction. You know, and you're just like, yes, and then you're just sitting out there anticipating the mailman coming by and dropping it off, and you know, you just can't wait, because then you're sitting there just thinking about all the fits and you're gonna wear, and it's just like, well, I can just throw some sweats and a white tee on and just be good. Or, you know, you could just dress it up however you see fit with the pins. You know, I'm missing my Talk That Talk Show pin, but best believe it will be in there.
It'll be in there.
It'll be in there. But no, like Barry said earlier, the hat game is really becoming the new sneaker game, and you know, but so much you could tell somebody before they really get hip to it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's one thing to actually see it in action, and you know, that's what I felt like what happened with Barry, like saying, you know, shout out to Say and Sky High Socks. We tried to tell Barry, and Barry finally came around, got his fitted, and then he got hooked.
Yeah, and now we reselling them at a high clip. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, he's doing his thing. You know, Jeffrey, you're next.
Right, we gotta get
you
him
on board, man. I'm telling you, there's money to be made, and you need some extra cash. Yo, holler at us, and you know, we'll put you on.
Well, I have to admit, I'm hooked too.
Oh, there we
you
go.
got Mr.
There we
Holmes
go.
out
Mr.
here.
Holmes.
He's been
mine.
getting the extra resale in there too. So
hey, make some extra money any which way you can. We got to get you a pink brim, or you seem like a blue brim kind of guy.
Gotta get him a brim, man. But thank you so much, Pete, for being the second guest here on the show. You know, guys, before you head off the show here, Pete, can you plug your tacos here? So if anybody wants to see these amazing tacos, where can they get them from, Pete?
Yes, you can. So if you can, just follow us. I got the shirt here. We're called the Birria Bandits, started by me and my girlfriend Jasmine. You can follow us on Instagram at Birria Bandits. We normally do this. We normally take orders on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I do work a full-time job, so it's kind of tough working a job and owning a side business as well. But when we do go live, you know, we do launch a pre-order. So those that want an order, you know, you can fill out the pre-order and get it guaranteed, rather than being one of those people that try to order on the day of, and we just have to hit them with we'll see what we have, you know, come once we finished our guaranteed order. So try us out, man. You know, if you don't try us out, I mean, no hard feelings. You're lost. But, you know, it's just try us out, and you know, I let my food do the talking. So
Facts.
That's what I have to say.
And from me trying this on the show is my first food review. These tacos are phenomenal, man. I can't, like I said, once this show is over, I'm gonna slam these tacos. I'm gonna have to fend off family members for them not to eat the rest of them. But in closing, right before we end this show, and Rese, if you want to come back here and try this last beer with us too, you can come back on around the bend here too, Rese. But this last beer that we have, which is a really, really good beer that we might have had somebody, I guess, that have attempted to have it as well before too. But this beer is actually called the Eliminator, okay? So the Eliminator beer, it's by Cypress Brewing, another beer company out of New Jersey. And let me tell you, they're doing big, good things here. And the Eliminator is one of the staples in their collection. So we're going to have you guys try it out here, and you give us an unbiased opinion as what you think this beer is going to be like. My man Rese he killed the beer review last time. So I'm looking for some big things here, Rese. You gotta do a good job here, man. He's killing the beer reviews. We got his son in the sideline here saying he's doing great things too. So, and what do you guys hold the mic here too if you can?
I got you.
But yeah, man, we're gonna try and review this beer here. This is called the Eliminator beer by Cypress Brewing. If you guys have your drinks and you have your beers, cheers up and let's try out this beer, guys. Woo! So, Pete, Rese, first opinions of this beer. What are you thinking?
That's good, man. It's a good beer. It's definitely a good beer.
All right.
I'm glad to cop that myself.
It's a great beer, man. It's like a little bit of a tart taste. Because, I mean, it is the eliminator, so there is that lemon flavor to it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you got to drink these when they're cold. I made the mistake one day of having this on a warm day. I was just thirsty, and oh, man. Night day.
Oh, my God. So, first piece of advice that Pete says crucial. Make sure you have this beer cold. It is not a warm beer to drink. But, like I said, in closing, guys, thank you guys so much. Big shout out to my boy Peter Dunn and Rese that came on the show and absolutely killed it. We got to give a big shout out to our sponsors at VW Liquors, located in Wick Plaza, Addison, New Jersey. Let's go, Mets! Let's go, Mets! Pete wouldn't do it with us. He couldn't do it. He's always doing that shit.
Go Yanks! Go Yanks!
Oh, man. Shout out to Air We Are. Shout out to Skydive Socks, Ink Parlor, Maria and Joe Snow over at New York Life. Guys, the Air We Are, heating and air conditioning. Yeah.
I'd like to also give a shout out to Cynthia Arvalo and her family in their printing shop.
Okay.
Fanboy. They laced me with the Fly Birria Bandits gear with the champion on it. They went above and beyond for that, so I'm very grateful and thankful. So thank you.
Hey, so like I said, if you need to, hit up Cynthia. You gave the great shirt here for Pete. Also want to give a big shout out to 13 and a Half Clothing Company. I got the best sponsors in the world. I got the best fans in the world. And I got my best friends here. I got my boy Rese, my boy Pete. You know the vibes. Come on, man. You know the vibes. You got to be a special person to get here on the show. Not everybody can just come on the show. So, like I said, I want to thank both of you for, being your natural, true self here on the show and making this show what it was for the 97th episode. Theo's record might be in jeopardy. But thank you so much, guys. I love you all. Guys, we got about 2 or 3 more episodes until the 100th episode, so make sure you tune in. Keep tuning in. And before we close out the show, I forgot one thing. One big thing. We got to see who gets an OG 10 in the raffle, right? We had a bunch of people that submitted themselves to be in the raffle here. My father has set up the wheel. Who wants to do the honors? Peter Rese. Who wants to do the honors? Alright, here we go.
Tap the pad.
All you gotta do is tap the pad here one more time, and it is spinning. This wheel is a spinning. Pete is in here. And let's see who's the winner. Pete, who is it?
Marissa!
Oh, shout out to Marissa. I guess loyalty does mean something. This girl has not missed a raffle. She hasn't missed a drop. And now she just won herself a long sleeve shirt. So Marissa, thank you for being our winner of the raffle. Look, she said, yeah! She is excited. We're going to have to put you in. You are locked in. Remember, guys, these OG 10s drop April 9th. If you can see Rese here, he's got the OG4. The same artist from the OG4 will be on the OG10. Straight heat, guys. Make sure you tuned in. Because if you don't, it's going to sell out and you're going to be sick, I promise you, all right? Thank you so much to Pete and Rese for tuning in, for being guests on the show. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. This is the Talk That Talk Show.